We know is the first certified DM of 2023. Ganesh, Naeem, Arun, Junaid, Ramil, Shahid, Sandeep, Naula, Rupar, Onkar, Nishit, Sulaiman, Mohit, Mati, Leo, Uram, Halim, Ghazi, Harun, Ahmad, Afla, Abu Bakr, Razan, Ikram, Philip, Tayyib, Aslan, Madhiya, Hassan, Ajay, Ikin, Gavin, Naseem, Padma, Priti, Hassan, Vikas, Atif, Zia, Pallavi, Sajad, Zarnab, Azim, Imran, Tahir, Azad, Grace, Ajay, Ali Zinuman, Mufi, Mansoor, Prashant, Asma, Ki, Bhai, Fiaz, Garim, Ibrahim, Shakil, Shivani, Talha, Adnan, Akmal, Azam, Bas, Mangesh, Murli, Nag, Raj, Sachin, Sujit, Chetali, Yasir, Moss, Rizwan, Abbas, Shakil, Shafiq, Karita, Fandel, Yakar, Kodan, Tushar, Rizwan, Matt, Abbas, Aziz, Ahmed, Sukur, Imran, Rajesh, Sachin, Rais, Yasir, Michael, Makura, Irfan, Asha, Ijaz, Binu, Atif, Ankush, Selwan, A Love Story, Shri, Durga, Vivek, Kalyan, Sagar, Fahd, Ali, Satish, Rizwan, Waz, Abis, Raza, Yasir, Yusuf, Wakash, Vinay, Vishali, Mesh, Uday, Chandala, Sunila, Sauvik, Sibai, Saurabh, Satish, Sani, Saad, Genius, Atik, Amir, Mohit, Dasir, Mohit, Mohammed, Minhaj, Das, Smile, Yasin, Hassan, Asif, Farid, Farhan, Ittisham, Dr. Jitin, Shadab, Badar, Atim, Anushpa, Amar, Amaya, Ali, Akash, Adam, Wasif, Nasir is my PMP number 597. We are ending this year with a bang. 597 PMP with 99% success record. Awais Akram joined batch 11 and in almost 1 month he cleared PMP. Now I want to share something here and Awais know that he saw that coming. He's a person who goes into depth of things. He goes into depth of things and I have to say that you don't have to go into that detail into that thing. But that worked out. His consistency, his persistence, and an attitude of never giving up. Daily movement. And he has done it. Batch 11 ended
Thank you, sir.
in the last week of November, and on 3rd of January, he cleared PMP. Now he did in Saudi Arabia, and he did not have a center to go. He gave exam online. So I will take the entire thing. First of all, Abbas, congratulations on clearing PMP.
Thank you, sir.
Abbas, why don't you share
Yes.
the entire journey? First of all, how was the online experience?
Yeah, I would highly recommend not to give the exam online. Yeah, because there are number of reasons.
Okay.
First,
What are
uh,
the reasons?
first, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'll start again.
Okay,
I have to.
tell me,
I
yeah.
would highly recommend everyone not to give the exam online because there are a lot of variables when you're giving the exams online.
Okay.
First, I have been working in a company where there are restrictions from the company, and I work in a remote area.
Uh-huh.
So there is no facility for me even to give the exam online. So I
Okay.
have to go to a city, I book
Okay.
a room over there, and then
Mhm.
give the exam.
Mhm.
And secondly, if you are going to give the exam online, then
Mhm.
try to choose the timing in the morning,
Okay.
not in the evening.
Okay.
My timing was in the night. On the night, my exam started on 10 p.m. and it was supposed to.
Yeah, Avas, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Okay. So Avas give exam online, and this is one of the reason, as you guys can see, in online connectivity is one of the biggest challenge. And if you can get the connectivity issue, this can happen. And that is why Avas was also saying when try to give exam in the center, and if you choose online, see what timing you are doing that. So Binsi, good to have you. And Jindra, Mazhar, Sohail, Mahfouz, everyone is connecting as we record his success journey. So Binsi, let's, while Awais come, where is your status? How you are moving forward? Okay. So, okay.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm good. How are you? Happy New Year.
Thank you. So how's the
Yeah.
status?
I started with the 180 mocks. I just completed one of them yesterday. It
Okay.
wasn't as great as the percentage level. So
Okay.
I thought like I'll go back to the pathway journeys
Okay.
again.
Okay. Let's have a discussion after the call with you. Awais is back. Awais, can you hear me? Awais, can you hear me? Yeah. Owais, you are muted, brother. You need to unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself, Owais. Okay, so you don't have to go back to the basic pathway videos. Journey videos can do the thing for you, but we also need to see which mock are you doing. Depending upon the mock, we need to improve that thing. Otherwise, please unmute yourself, brother, if you can. Okay, random mocks. That is very good score, Shaheen, in random mocks. So let's talk about that
Yes.
after Shaheen. GOS. So that was one of the challenge that you have when you give online exam. So that's also the reason I don't recommend ever to give the online exam. If you have any internet issue,
Yes.
just like you had right now, the problem will
Yes.
be with you.
Right now.
Yeah. The problem will be with you.
Yes.
PMI
Exactly.
will not be responsible. You will be responsible. I guess you guys know that already. Okay. So let's talk about that. So how was your experience giving exam
Yeah.
online?
Yeah, my exam started from 10 p.m. and it was supposed to finish by 3 a.m., including this tutorial and the breaks overall. But it was night and I was very tired. So I first 60 questions were quite easy. I
Okay.
solved those questions in 50 minutes.
Okay.
Then I took a break. 4 minutes break. I just ate a chocolate and then come back to my seat. And then second part was also like the first one. I solved those 60 questions in maybe 55 minutes roundabout. And then I took the break, 1 minute break. And after that, I'll come back again. And third part was the difficult one, relatively compared to the first and second one. So I took 80 minutes approximately to finish this part. When I solved all the 180 questions, 50 minutes were left, 55 minutes. I marked the question which were I was having doubt, so I reviewed those questions. Actually, in the last section, I marked 10 questions. I reviewed 5 questions, then I decided that's it. I'm not going to review those again, so I just submitted my.
Yeah. Okay. 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 That's an interesting thing to look into that. Okay. Which area of the exam was most highlighted?
Yeah, in the exam, mostly questions related to this hybrid. So agile questions were agile questions was there, but mostly questions like you are in a hybrid environment, what you are going to do related to the team, related to the conflict management, and there was no calculation question except there was one question of the calculation that is relating to the part. The same kind, almost same kind we
Almost the
solved in
same kind what we
the
did in. Yeah. Okay. What about how many drags and drop question?
yeah, five drags and drops, and
Were
most
they
of
easy?
those were tough.
Tough. Okay. Okay.
No,
Okay.
tough.
And how many graph questions?
No, zero.
Zero graph question. Okay, that's another thing. Interestingly, some people are having graph questions and some people are having drag and drop question. I just recorded a journey of Tahir Khosa. So just to put in that, today's 3rd January for me, and you are the 3rd certified PMP of 2024. So yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this thing. You have joined almost all the coaching calls as far as I remember. You have almost
Yes,
always.
except one.
Yeah, that is okay. We have a lot of coaching calls, so one is okay. So you have given almost always reply to me. Let's say you are the first one. You are joining again PMP. Okay, let's do the postmortem. You are joining PMP program again. What advice you would give yourself? That what you should do? You already cleared in 6 weeks. So what advice
Yes,
you would do that can be helpful to yourself how to clear PMP in the minimum possible time, please?
First thing first thing that I face issue is to book the exam. You should decide to you should book the exam as soon as possible. You can postpone it later on if you are not ready, but you should book the exam so that you can have the available date. And the second one is to give at least 2 to 3 hours daily when you're studying. And actually, if you have attended the Amritsar's this initial first week classes, then you don't have to read again. You don't have to go through again and again. The second phase will be the solving the mock questions and do the RCA. That's it. No need to study any book, no need to watch any more videos further. You just need to solve the questions. You need to do the mocks, RCA. But first 7 days, you have to be very attentive. You have to follow all the guidelines that's given by you.
Okay. So
First
guidelines.
7 days, I would say first 7 days is very important.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, because if you build a consistency for first week or 2 week, then you follow through it. If you don't build the consistency in first 2 weeks, then you have a challenge and you worked into that way. I really like that thing, that you need to build a consistency for first 2 weeks to build that thing away. Okay, let's talk further into the same context, how we can build that thing and what are the things we can do. Acha, when looking forward, which mocks are the most important mocks for the exam?
I think the last mocks are really important.
The premium mocks,
And then 180 questions.
the last premium mocks that I give it to you, they are very important. And 180 mocks?
Yes. 180 mocks are also very important. The random question, I suggest that it's not that important, but it will open your brain.
Yeah,
so those are very tough.
It will put a frame in your brain, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
when I was solving those mocks questions, I asked, I don't know, I'm ready for the exam or not, because I'm getting very low scores in those questions.
Okay. So how important is coaching calls?
Yeah, coaching call is very important. Actually, my plan was to give the exam 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I bought the book, PM book as well. I read it 2 times.
Oh, you read it?
But yes,
great.
2 times. But I was not still, when I joined your program, it just took me 2 weeks to get ready for the exam. And all because what's the difference? The difference was only the coaching calls. In the coaching calls, we ask questions and everyone shared their experience, and particularly in the group WhatsApp group is very, very important. It was very helpful. So coaching calls, yes, it's very, because when we solve the questions, we think about according to our mind. We say this is okay, this is not okay. But when we share others' experience, when we listen to others how they are solving the question, then it gives you more ideas how to solve the question.
Okay, that's a great thing to put in the context. How about the daily follow-up? How important the daily follow-up was?
Yeah, it's very important. Sometimes I get lazy. I'm kind of a student who, there is this terminology in PMP called student syndrome. So we try to finish the work on the last day. But you, on the other hand, like a school teacher, what's your status? Share me your status. What have you done?
I have that obsession.
So now we will say that we are not like a child. Now the sub is asking. It's not a good thing to make lame excuses. We should follow him up, and we should respond to his.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the most important thing, and that trigger I am valuing more and more, is my PMP aspirant group. Because the 24/7 all time, the group is responding, helping each other. So what would you say about that? How important that is for your success?
It was very important, because we in the mock questions, we solved almost 3,000 mocks. 3,000, I counted all the questions, 3,000 questions I solved.
Okay.
And there are a lot of questions which I don't understand. I don't know how to get the answers. So I just post those questions in the group, and there are a lot of experienced PMP aspirants who guided us what's the question, how to solve it. That was very helpful for me.
That was very helpful. Okay. Guys, if you have any question, please feel free to ask him. He just cleared PMP and he used to ask like 10 times more question. I have to ask him multiple times, one question at a time. Even 2 days before, I ask him one question at a time. Yeah. Okay. Owais, coming back to the context, now each one teach one is the mantra of game. Okay.
Yeah,
so
sure.
The way Souvik has done, the way other people are doing, now you need to do it. Okay. I understand you have other things, the priorities shifts, but as
No,
much
no,
as you
no,
can
no.
do.
I like to share things.
Yeah,
I
that
like
will
to
be
share
great.
things
That will be great.
and like to learn from others.
Yeah. Second thing, on Saturday we have PMP marathon. Okay, it will be great if you can make uh, a 15 question, especially drags and drop, those who are difficult, not the same one, context of that, and also the question. It will be great if you can share it by tonight or maximum tomorrow, so that I can put it in the upcoming marathon. Okay, Mahfouz is asking, what was your score in 180 mocks?
Uh, first two 180 mocks were kind of, the repetitive of the mocks that we have done. So the first two mocks were, my score was 92, 94%. And then it started decreasing from 80 to 87 or 77%. My average score was 77%.
Okay, your average score was 77%. Okay, so let's talk about this thing, a very important thing. You gave online exam. Can you walk us through the online exam? Like you even did that test at home or your office, that test failed. Then we decided to move to other city. So can you walk through the entire online process? That can be important.
Yeah. After 2 weeks for my exam preparation, Amar sir called me and said that, Wes, you are ready to give the exam. I said, I am having this test availability date issue. So he asked me, okay, check about the online. So then the where I was working, I'm working right now. There is a restriction from my company side. They have installed some kind of software that limits the internet speed. The PMI is the recommended speed for internet is 6 MB per second, at least minimum, and stable internet connection they require. So I have to ask my friend, and he has office in the near city, so I have to go over there, book my exam. Before my exams was supposed to start from 10 p.m., so I logged in from my website to the exam, and then a proctor joined the exam as well. First, I have to log in via my mobile. They sent a link, and I have to take pictures of the entire room, front, back, left, right. They asked me, it should be clear. There should not be anything. And put your mobile after signing in. They asked me to put your mobile, wristwatch, even wristwatch, analogous wristwatch, to arms away length from your, so that you cannot access it easily. And then once all the things were clear, they asked me, okay, you can start the exam. And literally, when we're solving the question, sometimes it's our habit to repeat the question. Okay, let's say this option is A, B. No, they said, no, you cannot speak like that. You have to be mute. You are violating it. They give a kind of warning. Don't do this again. So it was very restricted, environment. So it was very challenging.
It was a very challenging and a restricted environment. Okay, let's talk
Yes.
about this thing further. Okay, Shaheen, you have a question? Please go ahead. Shaheen?
Sir, I have a question to Owais. What was the score on the simulator random mocks? Were they easier or what was
I already said to Samar sir that the random mocks was quite tough. PMP exam is not like this. Okay, PMP exam is a kind of mix, easy question, medium question, tough question as well. But it was kind of you comparing to our 180%. Random mocks are very tough. And my score was 70%, like this, 60 to 70% in between.
60 to 70%. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Okay, guys. Anyone else has any question that they would like to ask so that we can move forward? Okay. So I was looking forward for 15 questions today, if you can, or maximum rate tomorrow. And one of the most important thing I always say is that this is a community that we move forward, and you build a momentum. You took a lot of years to do PMP. Let's not stop the journey there. Maybe have a day or two rest. Then let's discuss what you can do future. Maybe some certification from PMI or not from PMI.
I have another exam coming up.
That's the passion I highly recommend, because at least once a year, one certification, one such kind of course you must put in your goal. The reason is that continuous improvement is the key. Okay. So thank you, Owais. Thank you for time. Shaheen, you still have a question,
you.
sister?
Yes, sir. One more question. Awais, just a question. When we are submitting an application, and in application we write our project management experience, whether it's a hybrid or it's a predictive or
It has
agile.
nothing to
So
do with
does
the
it matter
exam. It
for
has
the question?
nothing to.
No,
It has
no.
It has
nothing to do
Okay.
with.
What
Yes.
I did in my application, I just copy from my resume and put it over there. The same thing. Also from LinkedIn, whatever I post on LinkedIn, whatever the jobs I'm doing. I'm basically I'm planning engineer from my background, so I copy all my job descriptions from there and put it in the experience, and it was my, they validated immediately. But for my other application, for PMASP, it went through audit, so I have to
I
get it
still,
clear
I
from
still
audit.
remember when we had a first discussion. Owais told me I
Yeah.
had PMI SP exam coming. Can we do it before? I said for sure. So I was right. What is the date of the exam?
Yeah. At first it was 7 January, but they postponed it, and now it's 31st January.
So you have a long time. You can easily do it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Sure.
you, Owais. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
And Owais, send me your picture. I will make a thumbnail of it. With that, thank you very much.
Okay.